What's up everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to this commentary playthrough of Final Fantasy VII. We are getting very close to the end of this playthrough now, and the two big obstacles that stand in the way of me completing this walkthrough are Emerald Weapon and Ruby Weapon. So up until now for the post-game we've had like a storyline thing where I've tried to fill in some gaps in the story and show you guys some alternatives. Then we moved on to like classic post-game where we had some more like tedious stuff where we had to go and do a few more like fetch quests, we had to breed chocobos, we had to get limit breaks, we had to do all that kind of stuff. Now we are almost at the point where we can fight the two big bosses at the end. So my favourite kind of side questing where we have to fight powerful bosses and figure out ways to defeat them. Now I was taking a look at like what are the final things left to do here. Like are there any important things that I've missed? Is there anything that could potentially help me or that could potentially help anyone viewing the playlist? Now one thing that caught my interest was that there are just so many materias in this game, and I think there's probably like more than 10 materias I still haven't picked up yet, even though I feel like I've pretty much got every materia that I can get. But there's definitely materias that I'm still missing. I'm not going to try and get literally every single possible materia ever, but in the battle square there was a couple of interesting materias that I missed out on. So one is the enemy lure materia, which could help if I need to grind for Emerald or Ruby Weapon, because at this point I don't know if my stats are good enough to defeat Emerald and Ruby Weapon. I have heard that Ruby Weapon can be defeated with like a level 1 character or something like that, but I've never looked into the strategies, and maybe like that whole kind of thing is just so advanced that for someone like me I do genuinely just need a really strong party. So if there comes a time where I need to do some grinding and I need to fight enemies, I need to fight them repeatedly, I feel like having an enemy lure materia could help. Now another thing, if something happens where I need to run from a lot of encounters, there is a preemptive materia, which I'm guessing gives you like first strike kind of ability when you enter a battle. So that's pretty cool. There is a speed plus materia, and there is the W summon materia where you can summon more than once. Now all of these can be obtained by going back to the battle square and buying these items that are available in the menu. Now a final thing about battle square is that once you get Omnislash, if you go back in and you survive another 8 rounds, you get a materia called Final Attack, which could potentially be useful for Emerald and Ruby Weapon. So what I'm going to do first, before I do anything, is to head back to the battle square and pick up these final like 4 or 5 materias from there that I think could be potentially useful for what little of the game I have left. Once I do that, I'm going to be going for Emerald. So before I fight Emerald, I'm going to need to go to the Calm Traveler because I want to get the underwater materia, which is going to help me fight Emerald for more than 20 minutes. So we're starting the session with Battle Square once again, and I'll put an annotation in case you guys aren't interested in seeing the Battle Square again. But I've always thought it was pretty fun, and there's that random element depending on what handicaps come up and stuff. So Battle Square has definitely been one of the more fun things that I've done in the playthrough, I would say, in terms of side questing at least. So that's where I'm going to head first, and once we're done with all that kind of stuff, we are literally going to be heading in to our first legitimate battle with Emerald Weapon to see just how far away I am from being able to defeat it. Because if you look at our current status, we're on level 61 for Cloud, 59 for Barrett, 57 for Yuffie, and I think the others are around that 55 to 57 kind of mark. So to be honest, like when you look at it in like literal terms, I'm only about halfway there in terms of levels. I mean all of them are 40-45 levels away from maxing out at level 99. I don't know if that means I'm really underleveled for Emerald and Ruby, but there's going to be only one way to find out. And maybe there is a way, like with my materials and my equipment and all that kind of stuff, I can make up for my low level and be able to defeat them without having to grind, which is always what I try to do if I can. So first port of call is Battle Square once again. I believe there's some materia that you can get from Chocobo racing, which I've missed out on because I was just focused on doing the Chocobo breeding as opposed to trying to win like every single like potential race and materia and do all of the ranks and all that kind of stuff. So I'll probably put in an annotation just to mention what materia that was that I've missed, but that's like one of the noticeable things that I have missed that I won't be going back to in the playthrough. But in general I think I've gotten close to pretty much obtaining every single materia that you can get in the game. Okay, so that's 3 rounds pretty quickly, but I have lost my magic materia, which is not good. And great. My armor is broken as well, which doesn't help. Luckily I've got the enemy skill, which can make up for what I'm missing. Because now I can get MP back, I can get my health back, I've got White Wind, so I've got a lot of useful enemy skills as well. Because I've got all of them now. But I've got to not lose the yellow Okay, that's not bad. If I lost the command materia as well, I'd be in trouble. I feel like I should have Fury status when I enter these, so I got a higher chance of getting a limit break. Okay. MP's really going down now. Luckily the enemies are pretty weak. And I've got Magic Hammer so I can get MP back, I guess. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's already happened. That's good. I don't know if I still get the points for it, though. I still feel like Ribbon is the single biggest like factor here. Ribbon just makes so much difference. There is something I can do here to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, but I want to get through 8 rounds with Cloud first, and then I'm going to bring Yuffie into the party. Oh god. Okay, not too bad. I think Ghost Ship is always the final one, so there's always like a race against time here. You've got to be quick. If you take too long, you get chucked out. Not having access to magic is a bit of a pain here. And I doubt I'm going to get the limit break, which is not going to help. Alright, got it. Good. So I survived 8 rounds. 9,200 battle points. Now let's do the tissue. Alright. Now, I think I'm supposed to get the... Okay. So, yeah, there is enemy lure here. It's a shame it doesn't tell you that it's a materia, like you can't always know which one's a materia straight off the bat. Preemptive is a materia. Like you could be fooled into thinking that maybe that's like an item or something. And not a materia. Okay, speed plus is a 4,000. Okay, so let's have a look. Let me just arrange them all. So it increases rate of preemptive attacks, of course, and increases encounter rate. So I feel like they're pretty useful. And speed plus dexterity plus 10%, which is pretty cool as well. Could all potentially be useful, but why did I not get the final attack thing? I've got to check for that. I don't know if I have to talk to someone else for that. Ah, okay, right. So the deal is, I need to have Omnislash, I also need to have W Summon, and I need to have Cloud's ultimate weapon. So I'm missing one of those 3 ingredients. So it's looking increasingly necessary that I do get that W Summon, because it's a pretty important materia, I think, for people that want to take on like Emerald and Ruby. If you're really struggling, I think that W Summon, and the fact that it allows you to summon multiple times, can really be like a huge factor. So, and I'll also be needing it in order to get this final attack materia that will also be useful. So I don't really have too much choice here. I'm going to stick around in the battle arena for a little bit longer, and hopefully I should be, but hopefully with this setup I should be able to win at a fairly regular rate. Now what I'll do is I will swap Cloud and Yuffie's materia over, and I'll have Yuffie participate in the battles. There is a good reason for this. Okay, let's see if this one's going to be enough. Ah, it's just not enough. Okay, so I need to do it one more time, and I should be able to hopefully get the 64,000 BP needed in order to get the W Summon materia. And that'll hopefully be one of the last battles I've got to do. It's a little bit weird. Every battle that I've done with Cloud, like I'd say maybe like 50% of the battles that I've done with Cloud, I end up with the Ghost Ship as the 8th encounter. But since I've tried with Yuffie, we've probably gone through 6 or 7 times and I haven't encountered it once, which is a bit weird. So I was hoping that I'd encounter a Ghost Ship so that I can morph it, but it hasn't appeared yet. So if it doesn't appear in this one as well, I'll just go to where it's supposed to appear. and get it that way. Oh, here we go. We got it, but this is not good. I've got to be very careful here because I don't have a good way to do damage to it right now. Enemy skill, bad breath. So this is the one time it came up and I've literally been stripped of most of my methods for being able to do damage here. This is really not good. I mean, my morph is really not going to do a lot of damage. Yeah. That's frustrating because that's the first time I encountered it. That's frustrating. And it was the final battle before I got to 64,000. So it's like classic game trolling you. Literally, I've had about 7 or 8 runs where I've ended up with either like the Ochu looking enemy or I've had the giant worm. This was the first time this one appeared with Yuffie. And because my weapon was so weak, I couldn't do it. And I mean, it used the ejection move as like its second move. And now I've accidentally started with Cloud, so yeah. That's a shame. Again, it's like another 8 to 10 minutes probably wasted. So yeah, unless Yuffie doesn't have a broken weapon and she's doing like decent damage, it's going to be very difficult against the ghost ship, because especially if I use it quickly like that time, I literally had about 15-20 seconds in the battle to use it. So I don't even think if I was at full strength I would have got it, but a bit of luck comes into it with these things. Oh, fuck off. The last time this happened I managed to make it past 8 rounds, so you never know. Maybe I'll do it this time as well. The good thing is when I lose my accessories, I don't, other than the initial buffs, I don't go as defensively, I just blitz it. I think I've had 2 runs where I've managed to make it to the end, where the accessory's gone within like the first couple of rounds. But for me it's usually like one of the biggest knocks that I can have, other than all of my materia going as well. I don't think I've seen a situation where Death Force has saved me yet, but I feel like I'll use it anyway. For a split second I thought maybe having Death Force would help against a ghost ship, but it did not. Yeah, I mean I could have used like an elixir or an X potion or something like that, but yeah, this is one of those runs. But I thought fuck it. But I didn't want to waste it. And the whole point of that thing was to be able to morph it. That was the reason why I wanted it. So. Okay. Command material broken as well. No enemy skills. Yeah, we're not going to get very far here. From what I've noticed of my time in the battle square, it seems to me like you get 3 or 4 runs in a row where you can rack up like 20-30,000 points really quickly, and then you have like a phase where you get stuck, where you have like 3 or 4 runs where either you get unlucky or when I say unlucky I mean you run into like the ghost ship and it ejects you or something like that, and then you have like a couple of runs with the bad slots. So it's like 10-15 minutes of very quick progress and then like 10-15 minutes of nothing. That's how it's been for me so far. So like I got to about 40,000 really quick, but 40 to 60 has taken a while. And well, I've already had 2 runs where I failed at 61,000, so in that sense it's been a bit annoying. I don't have Slash All anymore as well, which is annoying. And I've been berserked. You see, this is the dangerous part. I don't remember if Berserk carried through. I think this happened once before. I don't remember if it was if I saved myself here. Yeah, it carries through. Okay. That's not too bad. If I can get the first attack here. Nope. As long as this thing doesn't use Magic Breath, which is a really powerful attack, it should be okay. Yeah, that'll die in 1 turn. This might be good enough, you know. Depends. If I get Frog here, then I'm definitely screwed. Okay, good. Alright, this could be close, because then we're doing a lot less damage. And this thing hits hard, so I think I might die against this one. But 5,000 damage, I need to evade a few attacks. Come on, one more. Ah, shit. Great Gale's like one of the most powerful attacks it has. Oh, it missed. Okay, that was clutch. Yes. Come on, one more attack. I think it's dead. Get it. Yeah, okay. So I think I'm at the last one now. If I get lucky here... Oh no, if I go into mini, I'm screwed. Ah, okay, good. Alright, here we go. I'm not going to be able to morph it, but hopefully I'll be able to kill it in time. Oof, 506. Come on. I've got haste and I've got berserk and I'm doing 5,000 per hit. If it ejects me from this battle, I'm going to be really pissed. Because there's literally like nothing else I can do. Look at that, it's getting 2 attacks in a row. Come on! There you go, flipping hell. We've got like 4 attacks into my 3 even though I'm in haste. That's some bullshit. There we go, 65,000 BP, finally. Okay, so... Now that we have that, I would like to exchange them. So the only thing I'm going to miss out on is the Champion's Belt that could be potentially important. But I think that's like a plus 30 Spirit and a plus 30 something else. Anyway, let's get this. And there we go. That is what we needed. So now there's 3 ingredients that we currently have. We have Omni Slash for Cloud, we have Ultimate Weapon for Cloud, and we have the W Summon Materia. So I believe if you have these 3 things, you can unlock a secret battle with Cloud. So let's see if we can do that. Let's swap them back. Okay, we're still up to 9,000 HP because of those 2 very powerful HP plus materials that we have. Now, let's cure him up. Okay, let's see what's going to happen now. You know, I've been thinking about it for a while now, but you must be pretty strong. Probably strong enough to take on the top 1 or 2 fighters. Maybe you'll be good enough for the big match. How about it? There's a private battle only for the strongest. Want to try? You can fight up to 8 battles. Let's do it. Alright, I'll show him. I have no idea how difficult this is, and I didn't even know about this until I was kind of researching on like what I can do for the side quests nearer the end of the game. Okay. Enemy skill. I don't know if this is exactly the same one or if this is a one-off battle that we're doing here. So I think we start with, like, already start with the most difficult enemies. Okay, let's get ourselves prepped here. To be honest, I haven't searched for whether there's a way to cancel the second spell that you're using. So, like, only cast 1. So I'm just like throwing away the second spell here. But I've been trying to make a habit of using stuff like Dragon Force because it's just free extra defense. It's only 19 MP, and it lasts throughout the entire battle. I don't think it can be dispelled, so that's a nice good advantage. And I guess I can protect myself from instant death as well. So these are like the buffs that I've been using when I've been in here at the moment. My counter attack's doing about 6,000 damage, so that's good. He's looking pretty powerful right now. Let's see. Got 2 times cut as well. There we go. I mean, 2 times cut should take out most enemies anyway. Oh boy. That's a good one. So it's all like the level 8 enemies normally that you only see at the end. And every single one's going to be one of those now. Again, the biggest worry is Ghost Ship, probably. If you get unlucky, and it makes you a goner right from the start. Oh god. Okay, good. This thing was pretty difficult as well. I'm trying to save my Quadra Magic for, like, the ending. I just hate it when enemies get back-to-back attacks, it's just annoying. It never feels fair. I guess while it's asleep. Get myself a nice 100 MP. Never know when you're going to need it. Alright, let's go. Cool. Okay, that's not too bad. I've had worse situations. But of course I never get the first move. So I'm about 1000 HP below my maximum. And I'm doing about 1000 HP less per hit. So the damage does go down pretty quickly for the ultimate weapon. So try and keep it as close to the maximum as I can for as long as I can. Okay. Luckily this Viper Breath keeps missing. Yeah, everything is stronger than the versions that you see throughout the game. So these enemies were in the Sunken Jelnica, but they're stronger here. Shit. Oof, HP takes a massive hit. 4, 4, 6, okay. I'll continue going hard here unless I get really hurt. Okay, that's not too bad. I don't think this thing has like an insane amount of HP. Wow, it's an elaborate move. I think we'll get a big guard going here, just in case. Don't want to take no risks. Okay. Got a limit break as well, which I'll keep in the pocket. To be honest, I think the final encounter that I have here, like the 8th encounter, is going to be a really difficult one. I could just blitz it out with Omni Slash, most likely. But I can't even use my normal attack here. I've got to use it, man. Screw it. I want to be able to have my normal attack as well. I think it's only the 3rd time we've seen Omni Slash in the playlist. 3,000 hit. I don't know the exact number of hits that it does, actually. There we go. Okay. Damn, another 10 is not good, but just gotta keep going. Still about 5,000 a hit. Gotta keep my MP high. Again, I got 2 moves in on me, even though I'm in haste. It's always BS. Flare is big. Could kill me. Oh, it missed. Wow. Yeah, it's that missile armor just coming in handy again. Yeah, it just keeps getting 2 hits in on me. I've got to cast regen in the next one. I'm getting weaker as well. So once you fall below like half HP or so, it really starts to get noticeable. But I might get a second limit break here, and I'll try and save that one. Okay. Back to full health. There you go. Oh no, don't break the sword. Okay. These are still dangerous times. 427. Okay, I woke him up with the second. Enemy skill, Frog Song. I might grind this one out. Allow it to take damage from poison while it's asleep. 250. Okay. I don't think 250 is all that much. I think I can still take it out, to be honest. There we go. Oh no, if I lose all my materia here, this will be a horrible battle. Of course. And it's against the Proud God. Fantastic. At least I'll get a limit break, I think. Oh god, he's going to get two attacks in on me. Wow, only 1,000. This is difficult, man. If I can survive 8 rounds, that's all well and good, but... I just gotta see how much this limit break can do. If I do get one... Wow. I need that like one more hit. Materia Jammer. Well, that's not going to matter to me. Because I already got no materia. Joke's on you. Well, I think in the end it will be on me, but for now, the joke's on you. Come on. Okay. Let's see. I might just have to grind this out with X potions and limit breaks in order to make it. Because I don't fancy coming back like 8 rounds, 8 rounds, 8 rounds every time to try and kill this thing. I think it had 60,000 HP in the main game. I have no idea how much it has now. Probably a lot. Okay, I can attack multiple parts of it again. Just gotta wait. How much does this do? I guess the missile having like an evasive property helps me, like if I'm receiving too many hits back to back. That could make the difference. Yeah, we're going to try and grind this one out and see how we do. It's a bit unorthodox, I think, but it's worth a shot. If I can get like 4 limit breaks or something, I think it'll work. I'm not going to put myself in hyper status, I think that'll be too risky. I'll take too much damage. I'll be taking over 1,000 at a time. Don't even know if I'll have enough X potions for it, but... I'm wondering how much these are going to do. I've not had a chance to really use any items here. 2,000. Okay. I really can't see any other context where I'm going to be using this, so... Just keep chipping, man. Keep chipping away. I should have enough X potions in the bag here, unless this thing has like a 500,000 HP or something. So I'm watching Game of Thrones at the moment, and when I see knee blend, it makes me think of knee bend. Because that phrase is used so frequently in that series. Bending the knee. Okay, Omni Slash number 3. I feel like one way or another this thing's going to go down. But the materia that we get here is pretty important. And given like how much of a luck element there is, you just don't know if you can come back here every single time. So I'd rather play it safe and guarantee the win here. And I've destroyed the central part of it, which is good. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I think last time it kneeled down before it did that big move. Oh shit. Made a mistake. This could cost me. Well, I've got full HP. Let's see what happens here. Oh, it missed. Wow. Now it's going to get back up. Okay. That was lucky. I think I saw something that had M barrier there, so I'll see if I can quickly toss that in as well. Pass M barrier. Missed again. That's fine by me. I really need to get another Omni Slash before it kneels again. Because I feel like if that attack doesn't miss, it could be a wipeout attack. But luckily the knee bend thing takes so long that you get time to heal and be ready for it. And I squeeze the X potion in as well, just in case. I don't know if it's barrier or if it's M barrier, but let's see. Still missing. Wow. I really don't know if it's just pure luck that it's missing right now. Because the missile armor does have that property to it, but missing 3 in a row, it's a bit weird. But I still don't have that limit break, it's weird, it's missing so often. Come on, man. I'll finish it off so much more quickly. And then limit break. Okay, this time only one part of it is taking all of the damage, so I think it's going to do more damage than it did last time. This is really close. Come on now. I've got full HP as well. Refuses to die. Oh no, it didn't. Okay. Whew. There we go. That was a good battle. 11,000. Okay. For winning the special battle, receive final attack materia. That is what I was after. That was the big materia. So I used up some X potions in order to get there, but hey, I think I used up like 10 or 11. Now, final attack materia. What exactly is that all about? Oh. Automatically uses paired materia when disabled. So basically, I've read about it in the context of if you pair it with, let's say, Phoenix, if you have a situation where everybody gets KO'd, you get an automatic revival from it, for example, so stuff like that. But the when disabled bit is a bit... So I think that when disabled might mean when KO'd. I think that's likely what it's trying to say. So yeah, that could definitely be seeing some use.